Hey, I'm Ericka Andersen, and I am a freelance writer, a freelance writing coach, and I am also the author of 2 nonfiction books and lots of articles at the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, and all kinds of other places. And today I want to talk with you about rejection. We all get it. It's part of the freelance writing life. You can't do this life without it. But there is so much to say about those who persevere. And what I have learned is that there are so many pieces of writing out there that probably never got published because people did not persevere through rejection. So today we're going to talk about 5 famous writers who did not let rejection stop them. And imagine if we had a world in which these writers did not continue on after getting rejection. So writer number 1 is John Grisham, author of God knows how many best-selling novels. John Grisham, his book A Time to Kill, which as you may know is turned into a movie with Matt Damon, I think Matt Damon, that was rejected 16 times by 16 publishers before he actually found someone who would publish it. So 16 times, that's a lot. I mean, I definitely give up before 16 times. For the most part, I don't think I've ever tried to pitch and get something after 16 times. So that is your first author of the day. Number 2, Judy Blume. Judy Blume, are you kidding me? She is the author of so many beloved young adult novels. I can't imagine growing up without her. Judy Blume received nothing but rejections for 2 years when she started out. She tried and she had these ideas and somebody didn't like them, but all it took was that one person to sort of see what she had and what she could be. And it was readers who turned her into a raging success. And so I would just encourage you, like, if you are that person, like you are the Judy Blume of today, like, do not give up. All right, number 3, Madeleine L'Engle. Oh, beloved writer. Madeleine L'Engle's masterpiece, A Wrinkle in Time. You've heard of it. You've probably read it. It was recently turned into a movie. It is, one of the best-selling books of all time. That faced rejection 26 times, you guys. And eventually, though, it went on to win the Newbery Medal. I mean, are you serious? When you have work that you believe in, don't give up. That's why one of the things that I say actually is, if you're writing a book and you're not willing to self-publish it, then you don't want to write that book enough. Both books that I have written, I was determined to publish them no matter what. Neither one did I think I was going to get an agent or a publishing deal, but I knew that the subject matter and the thing I was writing about was so important to me that I was going to do it. And I think that that's one of the things these writers probably had in common as well. They were going to do it anyway. And so by persevering through the rejection, they did it. And now we're talking about their books years and years later. All right, number 4 is J.K. Rowling. She's probably the most famous one that's been rejected. We've all heard the story. Harry Potter was rejected by 12 publishing houses. I believe she originally self-published. I want to say that's right. And that's incredible when you think about it. I mean, talk about a success. Talk about the people that would look back and regret for the rest of their lives rejecting J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter. Because that is, again, one of the best-selling book series of all time, if not the best-selling book series of all time. I'd have to look that up, but very successful. Then, of course, the movie franchise. Now there's Harry Potter World, and, kids, for years and years and decades to come are going to love it. And so what if she had given up? What if she was like, this isn't going to work. This isn't a good idea. I'm just going to go back to my office job or whatever it was. Don't doubt the dream that you have. Number 5, Rudyard Kipling. In one rejection letter, Mr. Kipling was told he doesn't know how to use the English language. One of the most famous writers of all time. And he was told he doesn't know how to use the English language. I mean, come on. And that's the thing, is that you never know what's going to be out there next. I heard somebody say recently on a call that Anne Lamott was a writer that wasn't somebody that people had really read a whole lot of before. The person that told me this, by the way, her name is Anne Croker. She's also a writing coach. But anyway, she was talking about how Anne Lamott, she is she's famous for saying, like, just write your shitty first draft. The way that she writes was very different. I don't know how many times she was rejected. I'm sure some, but she got her books out there and people loved them. And so for the first time, maybe agents and publishers then said, oh, there's a market for this kind of writing. People like this kind of sarcastic, this kind of more rough kind of way of writing and saying things. And so she created almost like a whole new genre herself through the success that she had and the kind of writing that she did. So you don't need to be like everyone else. And I'm not saying you're going to turn into these famous writers. I certainly don't believe that I will be any of these. But it's all to say that that you've got to persevere. You've got to push the rejection. I know I've pushed through lots of rejection. It's hard. Sometimes I have to take a break. Sometimes I have to be like, do I really want to be doing this? But in the end, getting your work out there, it's something that you really, if it's in your heart, you can't not do it. So this is your encouragement today to work through that rejection. You've got this. You're a writer. And that's it.